Hello, Crafty Comrades. This is Bitty Penny. I am going to be sharing with you today some ephemera making. It's something I like to do. These are a couple of cards that I have made using some of my own ephemera that I had made from die cuts. So I really enjoy making ephemera from die sets as well as stamp sets. This is the one I'd use for these two birds. So this is a Sizzix by Tim Holtz. Love it. I found it on Amazon for a really reasonable price. I'm sure you can find it with others as well. This is a W+9 set. I haven't used this one yet. Jennifer McGuire used it. It was, of course, gorgeous. So I picked this one up from Simon Says Stamp during the whole COVID mess, and I had to wait a while, which is fine, to get my order. And I had picked this one up from Amazon in the meantime. So now I have these. They're different. Okay, but they're both layering ones. Okay. Another stamp set I pulled out to share with y'all is this one, which is a really old Hero Arts monthly kit from when, I don't know, let's just say 2 or 3 years ago. I've been at this for a while. Anyways, this one I thought would be good because it has all these really distinctive silhouettes. I never use this stamp set, to be completely honest, but it does. Honestly, I could get rid of the birds, but I kind of like some of the sentiments and I like the dice, so I keep it around. All right, so let's get into it. I am going to start with the simple stuff first. So what we're going to start with first is some dies from the Hero Art set, because these are just simple one-shot layers of silhouettes, right, of birds. Okay, so this would be the easiest of the options at this point. If you did not have a die cutting machine, then you could stamp and fussy cut, or if you have a scan and cut, and probably a Cricut. I don't use a Cricut. I've never used a Cricut. And so I'm sure you can do a lot of things there, but we're not going to be dealing with that today. All right, so I have my die cutting machine off to the side, and I'm just going to run these through really quick. And that's as long as that takes. One of the things that, I always appreciate about live videos or videos where people are crafting more in real time is I can really get a sense, an idea, like, okay, I love what, this person's making. How long is it going to take me, right? Because time is precious. So I hope you like that aspect about my videos. Sometimes I'll have stuff prepped. Sometimes I'll do it on the fly like this. So here we are. We have these beautiful birds. I can tell it's a hummingbird. I don't know. That's a robin. Otherwise, they could be anything. But they're birds, right? So that's the first thing. I'm going to put those off to the side. Okay. Then we can get into these. I think this is the next easiest set. Okay, I'm jumping back in here. So I think, this set has 3 pieces per bird, 6 dies in all. This one's a little more fussy, right? It's got a lot of little teeny tiny little pieces. So that's probably why I haven't touched it yet. And I just really liked these. I thought my projects turned out great, and they were simple, three cutting. So, but we'll dive into this. Otherwise, what's the point in having it? All right, but let's just take it to this step first. So this will be our next step. Now, what I did for these birds was I did the whole body silhouette, these 2 dies. I did in a solid color that matched the wing color. Okay, so I picked this like peachy color, and I cut the wings and the solid birds out of that, and it looks like a heart too. And I like it. I like that a lot. Another thing I've done, don't laugh at me, this is a mushroom box, okay? I try to reuse things as much as I can, because who knows when you recycle if it gets recycled, right? So in my craft space, when I'm working on something like this kind of project, I'll put all of it in one of my little mushroom boxes, and it makes me a happy crafter. I have everything together and I don't need anything too fancy, right? It's efficient. It works. All right. Keeps it out of the landfill. So what I just did was I did white. I'm going to play with white today with you all instead of the version that I did previously, okay? Because I can color this any color I want, which I obviously did here as well, because I picked a lighter color. And bring this up a little closer. Then I could color the bill a little darker, or the beak, and I just put some green here, and then you can see that the die, you know, makes for cutouts, right? And so that's going to shine through too. And so I just, you know, hand selected which areas, the colors I wanted. Well, today I did it in white, so I'll have even more control over that. All right, so that's already done for us here. Okay, and then I can mix up the little wings if I want. So I cut those out of wallpaper too. These birds will be extra funky. Like it. All right, so all of that's ready to go. Okay, so we can just color these up and move on to the W+9 birds. And then I want to give you some ideas, because what I like to do is I like to create these things. And then, for example, with all these are all the silhouette birds from this set. What I'm going to do is, I'm not working on a project right now, technically, right? So I'm just going to take these and I'm going to put them in a little bag, not a blag, but a bag. And I'll put them in here. I save all these and they come in handy. So I'll put them in here. Right? And then I'll put them in here. And then the next time I think of the stamp set, or I think, ooh, I'd like to have a silhouette of a bird, then I'll come back to it and I'll already have some stuff pre-cut. So that's where that's going to go. All right, for these guys, let's get to coloring. All right, I really like that green I did before. I didn't write down any color combinations. Okay, but I like that color. And I do have swatches made for my markers. These are the Spectrum Noir alcohol markers, but yeah, we're not doing that right now. This bird probably needs some blue, and we're just going to pull out this blue. And then I want him to have some white, and then he's going to need some orange. Okay, or something like an orange. I'm thinking this color might be good. Yep, that'll work. All right, now I suggest that if you had a certain paper pack in mind, if you already were kind of gearing up to do something, that you would base your colors, right, off of your paper. So if you had this paper, then you would try to say, okay, you know, I think these look good together, or I need, you know, more blue, more green, whatever your paper calls for. Okay, that just makes everything look more unified. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to paint his little tail this bright blue, okay? And I'm just going to line him up here, so I get an idea of exactly how much I need to do. I want his head to be this color too. I find that this die is really forgiving. Like, you don't have to be ultra precise, okay? All right, I like that. We need a little more blue right there. No problem, got it. Okay, and then I actually want, I want to play with this a little bit into his body. I thought I was just going to use it for his beak, but I kind of want it down here too. All right. Let's see what that looks like. Cute. I like it. I think he's good to go. All right, let's make this little chickie a little different. Let's do the green. The green was pretty dark, but we'll go for it. It's only paper, right? I mean, it can't be that bad. And if it is, I have a trash can. All right. Now I noticed the cutouts for him are real close right here and right there. I want more gold. I think the gold will be nice with this green. So I'm going to come up pretty close here and I'm going to do that. Look, this is some of my favorite kind of paper piecing, and I love die cutting, and I really love construction. That's what makes me happy in card making and working with paper is really the construction and building of things. I'm really not that much into like zoning out on coloring something. It's not my thing. And I love just putting things together. So I like it when something's like this and not extra fussy for me, where I have to really like be extremely precise and think about it and stress about it. I don't have to do that. So basically, here we are. We've got these. Let's slap some glue on them and take it from there. What I want to show you is that you can do them like this and then just save them, put them to the side, have them in the future. You know, I like to make like 10. 10 is my magic number. When I'm making something, I typically try to go for 10. If I'm making it a card, let's say I make a card and I really like it, I'll try to go back and make 9 more. Sometimes, of course, sometimes I have one of a kind that I don't want to make any more than that one. But 10 tends to be my number. So I would likely, you know, if I were sitting down to make some bird ephemera, I would make at least 10. Okay. Let's say you want to pop that up. We can do that. Ooh, I have a stripper right there. Okay. That's foam tape, double-sided foam tape. And I think I actually did pop it up the first time and it gives it more dimension. Okay. So there they are, our cute, cute little birds. And then what I did before, which I'm happy to do again, is I just took this black EK Success and darkened in their little eyes. And that was enough to make me happy. I scribbled a little bit there, but he'll be okay. All right, so now you could take these birds, you can put them back into your envelope, or you can put them directly on a project. A fun thing to do is make your own like dimensional stickers. So I think like most likely most of us have seen dimensional stickers, right? So they take lots of layers, they use foam tape just like us, and they make these really beautiful stickers. Well, we can do that too. It's really quite simple. Save your packaging. You know, you could even put it on something like this. This is the leftovers of some double-sided foam tape. But so you know you're sticky, you're not going to lose your stickiness on this, right? You could use this. You can use leftover packaging. You could use probably wax paper, but I haven't tried it. And you could just pop some of these on here, right? And then you'll have dimensional stickers. And it'd be really fun for like Happy Meal, you know, to make some of these, put them in really cute packaging, just like the sticker companies do, and send them off to another card maker or friend. All right, let's move on. Let's attempt this little W+9. I haven't played with this one, but let's put them through the ringer and see what we get out. I'm going to use this paper because I'm thinking instead of cutting this out 100 different times, if I use a solid paper, I can just color them in. Cut this down a bit. All right, so I'm going to run this through my die cutting machine. And like magic, voila, this is what we get. Ooh, these teeny tiny little pieces. It would be nice if they would give you a reference photo, right? When things come out like this. I can tell you this is a pretty good weight cardstock, and this little bird, his little foot kind of bent, so I would be careful with him. Look, I'm like, how does this go exactly? Yeah, think like, there we go. Think we got it right there. All right, so I'm gonna get all these little pieces off. Okay, that's good enough. Chances are I'm not going to use them all anyways, and I will run it through. I'm going to run it through this one. Okay. All right. So tell me in the comments below, you know, what's your favorite thing to do when you're paper crafting? Are you like me? Are you a die cutting, you know, paper piecing, paper layering, ribbon, more mixed media kind of person? Or do you love making a classic like one layer card and adding all the glitz and glamour with your coloring? I'd like to know. All right. Let's see how this looks. Okay, so just standing here with y'all, or you know, what think I've figured out with this die is that this covers this little foot over here. This lines up to be his eye, and then this kind of lines up over here. So if you get this die, have this die, and are like me and haven't pulled it out yet, maybe that'll help you. All right. This is one of those projects where probably having, you know, I have a crystal katana, but something where you can pick it up and put it in place is probably going to help you a lot. Like, what is that even? What is this? Are you wondering the same thing? Is that his wing? Does it go right there? Maybe? Could. I don't really know. Actually, I think this might go up here. Yes, for a different touch of color. Okay, so you might want to die cut this out of a lot of different colors. Let's give it one more before we go. I'm cutting out some gray here. I'm just going to give it one more. This W+9 die is great. And, you know, of course, Jennifer made it shine. But for me, after having the Tim Holtz by comparison, I would choose it. You've got 3 pieces, you know, that you're trying to put together. But see, this little piece right here goes right there. Okay. And then you can add all these fussy little pieces to make a beak and probably do stuff with the feet and all of that. But essentially, you glue these together, embellish them any way you want, and you'll have some of your own ephemera that you can turn into cards, or put them in your junk journals, or make stickers and send them to your friends. All right, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thanks for stopping by, and have a blessed day.